Drew on YouTube. Welcome back to Metal Gear. This is going to be part 7. Ready to get right back into it. Let's go.
Snake.
Making us redo parts now? This might as well just be number 6 again. Hello, Ocelot.
Boston, you came. This base belongs to you now. Make Diamond Dogs the force it deserves. Like any organization, we need good people, and we need to make good use of their talents. Miller asked me to lay that out for you.
Are you gonna give me the Fulton recovery device, Ocelot? Yes.
Start bringing people in. Use this.
Yeah.
It's a Fulton recovery
device.
When you're in the
sleep.
That won't work on. I've had drug resistance. When you're in the
Lale-lu-le-lo. Now!
When you're in the field, use it to extract any soldiers or prisoners you want back here. And we'll see if we can't persuade them to join the ranks of Diamond Dogs. Go on.
If I join the ranks
Test it out
of Diamond Dogs.
Anyone you want. First, put them to sleep. I'm ready, boss.
Yeah!
Out like a light.
Extract.
Now approach them in the Good. Extraction complete. You can only Fulton recover someone if they're not resistant. No dead bodies either. They don't make great recruits. The staff member you just extracted will be assigned to the team best suited to his abilities. See for yourself. Open your iDroid. Select staff. So that staff member was placed on the R&D team. The R&D team is in charge of developing all kinds of weapons and items that will support you on missions. Take a look at the development list. Select weapons items under the development heading. That's the R&D team's development list. See the item called cardboard box? Didn't seem much use to me, but Miller was adamant that you'd want it on the list. The last word in infiltration technology, or so he said. In any case, we don't have the manpower to develop it just yet. We need more staff on the team. Go extract a few more people. You can also Fulton extract individuals you've knocked out. Why don't you try knocking someone out with CQC then? Show them how it's done, boss. Try throwing. Knock someone out. It's excellent, boss. Now extract it. Good. Extraction complete. One thing I should mention. The Fulton extraction won't always be successful. If the person is injured, the shock of it could kill them. And if the weather's unfavorable, well, it could end up going missing. You can determine the chance of success by approaching the person you want to extract. If you want to be sure you can get them out, best carry them to the chopper instead. All right, extract the next staff member. Extract him. Start by knocking him out, or you can put him to sleep. Boss, now that we have more people on the R&D team, its level has gone up. They should be able to develop. Select weapons items under the development heading. Now select cardboard box and start development. Development has finished. You can have the support unit supply you with weapons and items you develop. This isn't the time. Give it a rest. Go for them, not me. And there it is. Not sure what it's good for, but Miller said you know what to do. Try it out. One last thing. Staff members you extracted. This isn't the time. Give it a rest. One last thing. The staff members you extracted were all placed on the R&D team, but that was Miller's decision. If you think they belong somewhere else, you're free to move them around. Well, that about does it. You won't make any GMP or final contact.
This is B-Quad.
Board the chopper.
Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Now, part 7 has officially started. Damn. Now we're gonna have a little speech from Miller when we get to the helicopter. Miller. Miller. Here we go, guys.
Boss, I know you haven't been back long, but I prepared a list of missions for you. Open your iDroid. I've taken the job offers Diamond Dogs has received and made a list of those I want you to consider. Which ones you accept is your call. The objectives of the missions I've added are prisoner rescue, facility sabotage, and high-value target elimination. Probably all a walk in the park for you, but they should help you get back on your feet. I put the mission details on a cassette tape. Refer to it if you decide to accept the mission. We'll receive GMP for completing missions, and extracting soldiers and prisoners will boost our ranks. Building up Mother Base is the first step to achieving our goal. If that means wet work, so be it. We're gonna have to get our hands dirty. I hope you're rested up, because we're not stopping. Not until the pain is gone. The future of Diamond Dogs is in your hands. We're counting on you, boss.
So we go to the development list. We're going to develop some pretty cool stuff. Smoke grenades. C4. I like blue urban. A sniper. I'm not that much of a cassette tape guy, but in order to get the final mission on some of these games is to listen to the cassette tapes. So maybe every once in a while there might be a few episodes where I just listen to cassette tapes. Or I could just incorporate them into the gameplay. Be easier. Start the mission. D-horse. Sniper if we need it. Smoke grenades up here. You know what, let's get D-horse pimped out, brother. I'm not waiting for that. Oh wait, oh yeah, you have to have like level with them. He's about to put some paradise tack on D-horse. Alright, let's go.
Your target is a Spetsnaz detachment commander. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. But I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to Dishago Calais and eliminate the target. Compounds from plants to make medicine or poison for use in new weapons and equipment. Take a look at the plants list on your iDroid to see which ones we need. Then go find them if you get the chance. It'll keep the staff happy too.
You were hospitalized in Dekelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain. Why Dekelia? The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is inside its own belly. You were a regular Geppetto.
Well, it wasn't Pinocchio who led me out to safety. So who was that guy?
Cypher went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead.
He said I was in a British military hospital. But the doctor had a Greek accent.
They hire locally. Easier to trust them. Dekelia is also home to Greek Cypriots, after all.
What about the Turks?
You've arrived at the objective. Your target should be somewhere in that outpost. And don't forget, he has a Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up.
Turkish Cypriots in the north, Greek Cypriots in the south. Between them, the Green Line, the UN established.
Is that him? Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets.
Part of the buffer zone between the two groups. Another reason it was the perfect place to hide you. Easy to spot any outsiders snooping around.
So how do things stand?
Now, last year, the Turks declared that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is an independent state, though it's only Turkey that recognizes it. In the past, the Greeks and Turks lived side by side in the same villages. There are reasons to fight. Those came from the outside. Greece, Turkey, Britain, America, they all had their own stake in pitting the two sides against each other. But once you spark something like this, it's impossible to control. Both sides build up grudges like death, without the foresight to see that each act of revenge just fans the flames. And then it's too late for other nations to rush in with peace talks. The embers keep on smoldering. Each nation's arrogance only breeds anarchy. The world is paralyzed by this hunger for revenge. Cyprus is no different.
As you can see, sometimes, like while you're in the middle of the mission and you listen to cassette tapes, the other ones will just talk over it, and then you can totally stay on the same.
You gotta extract him.
Someone sees me over there. I love C4. One of my favorite things in this game. I'm gonna put it on this guy's tires. Yeah! They also got a power grid over here that I can take out. I don't want them to see me though. Might want to start playing this other cassette tape because there's a song about to play that is not allowed.
Either destroy that or turn it off to shut off all the lights and surveillance cameras in the outpost. But of course, the enemy will realize something's up. If you're gonna do it, be quick.
Not long after you were attacked. Once they finished sweeping it for mines after the Arab-Israeli conflict. Can you stand? We're gonna transfer to a container ship for passage through the Suez.
There, that's the target.
Pakistan, Afghanistan's neighbor to the south. There we disembark and head via Peshawar to the Zero Line, the border. We'll travel to the Khyber Pass by road. And then we continue on horseback. Afghanistan's main roads are under Soviet control.
We're good.
We'll need to go around.
Those materials have already been processed. It may not be much, but we can use them straight away if you bring them back to base.
They use the higher ridges to avoid air recons. Then they charge down the mountains for ambushes. The Soviets still haven't devised a counter-strategy. Our time frame is only half as much as we really need. It's gonna be a tough march.
Better horses than boats.
Well, it'll make for good physiotherapy. Take the time to get used to that new arm.
While the Soviets have indicated they are not participating in the Los Angeles Olympics, primarily because the United States has made no attempt to guarantee the safety of the Soviet Union's athletes, the United States is increasingly demonstrating the belief that the issue has nothing to do with its preparations, and in fact this is retaliation.
He's coming too. Roger that.
The previous Moscow Olympics. That concludes today's news.
That's quite some news.
So your suppressor is worn out. That gun will be as loud as any other now. If you have to shoot, be careful.
They're calling it revenge for the Western boycott of the Moscow
Gotta
Olympics.
get out of here.
Countries boycotted the Moscow Olympics.
Yes. In protest of the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan. Over 50 countries were absent. It's too bad I didn't get to see Yamashita's judo. When the 40th Army crossed the Amu River 4 years ago, détente went right out the window. The U.S. Congress was not to ratify SALT II. And Reagan's hardline politics won in the presidency in a landslide. According to him,
Gotta make
the
sure that
Soviet
thing that
Union's
takes down
an
these
evil
helicopters
empire.
down real quick
The Second Cold War.
before they use
And there's
it.
been no end to regional conflicts and civil wars. Lebanon, the Falklands, Grenada, Iran, Iraq. The story never changes. Egypt and Israel did sign a peace treaty. But then the driving force on the Egyptian side,
Now the
President
C4.
Sadat, was assassinated afterward. Apparently his
I didn't
actions
mean
were
to kill
considered a
anybody,
betrayal
but
of
I
his
guess
fellow
we did.
Arabs. Islamic extremists? Yes. Fundamentalist extremists have been responsible for some bold acts of terrorism in recent years.
Gotta make sure he stays
We've had
asleep.
extremist students in Iran take U.S. embassy workers hostage, and suicide bombings in Lebanon. Over 300 foreign soldiers stationed there have been killed. The countries have yet to develop an effective means of dealing with terrorism. Afraid of losing their own men, they've pulled their forces out, handing private forces a golden opportunity. Private forces? Small armies with no national affiliation, working for the highest bidder. That's right, they got the idea from you. After Mother Base went it's spreading to meet the soaring demand. Miller's organization is just one of many PFs now. The entire world is after you. But at the same time, it needs you too. Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him. An army with no allegiance to a nation. I remember, but I see. You're not sure what's fact and what's a fantasy caused by the coma. Still all a mess. All I can do is tell you the facts as they were told to me. I've gone easy on you up until now.
Here comes Mortis.
Target
Aw.
confirmed dead. Your objective's complete.
Nope. Guys, I'm sorry, but that's not how it works. They took it from me because oh man. Man, now I'm starting to remember. That's
You've
it. I'm
arrived
not
at the
taking
objective.
it easy on these
Your
guys
target should be
anymore.
somewhere in that outpost.
We'll listen to the
Don't
cassette
forget,
tapes
he has a
later.
Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up.
I don't even know. I shot that guy like 3 times. I should have just shot him in the head, but I wanted to like. See, what I wanted was not to kill anybody. I just wanted to like knock him out. I don't see anything. And if he did, it would be crazy. Eat it. Did you not hear that go behind you? You might want to check that out real quick. There we go. Now he's asleep. Where's the guys at?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
No. Okay.
Those materials have already been processed. It may not be much, but we can
What?
use them
So are
straight
they like
away
just
if you bring
dead?
them back
Is
to
the
base.
guy just dead? Is there like no way I can fix that? No, it says he's still here somewhere. Where's he at? Now he's hiding from me. I'll find you. You don't hide from me. They're gonna get mad in a minute. They hear me running around like that. Tell me where he is. Nobody has to die if you tell me where he is. Go to bed! Oh no. You go to bed too. Hello sir, I see you up there. Go to bed. Wake up. Tell me.
He speaks Russian. What we need is an interpreter. The main principle of intelligence work is intel gathering. But that's a problem if you don't speak the enemy's language. We need a staff member with the interpreter skill to do a simultaneous interpretation.
There he is.
That's the target.
Trying to hide, huh?
Looks like we
Good
found
night. Let's go. Get up. Come on through. Come on through, fool. Yeah, that's right. Come on.
You gotta extract him. You destroyed their anti-air radar?
Let's go.
It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
Alright, let's go! Man. Go, off.
Stay back! Stay back!
Get! Don't do that! Shooting mortar strike at us again.
КП-02, потерял противника. Ищу последние точки соприкосновения. Прием. Это КП, понял. Будьте начеку и найдите противника. Конец связи.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Departing. Yes, mission complete. How you feeling, boss? Getting used to being in the field again? Having choppers and horse at your disposal is indispensable for operating in the wilds of Afghanistan. I've gone ahead and arranged for you to be able to develop and customize weaponry for support choppers. And you can also develop new equipment for D-Horse if you like. Use your iDroid to start development as needed. Remember the guys you brought back from the base in Cuba 9 years ago? Believe it or not, some of them survived that hell we went through. Word reached them that Big Boss is back and they wanted in. They're good men, our brothers in fate. They'll be glad to know you've seen them here. By connecting Connecting your iDroid to the onboard computer, you turn the chopper into your own Aerial Command Center, or ACC. Some elements of staff assignment and R&D of weapons and items can only be performed from there. Take as long as you need to consider all your options.